fantastic episode of Sarcasm Speaks. I'm Jared with Bob, and before we get into really anything, we have some gloating to do.
Yeah.
It's our first episode post NFL draft, and the Sarcasm Speaks big board strikes again. So last year in the 2019 draft, we hit on Jared Stidham.
Yep.
I thought we hit on another one, but I'm not sure.
Did you go back or no?
I did go back, but I don't remember now. So either way, we'll just call it Jared Stidham. We'll say we hit a one. Like I thought it was another one, but I'm probably wrong. So last year we hit Jared Stidham, who's now going to be the starting quarterback for the Patriots. And this year we hit two, actually. We hit Anthony Jennings, and that's Anferny. For those of you out there keeping score, not Anthony, Anferny. And we also hit on Kyle Duggar, who was the safety from Lenoir-Rhyne, which is a Division II school.
Yep.
They took him in the second round.
I believe that was part of my analysis where he's going to be great.
Yeah. I mean, I will give it to him. I've read a little bit on some of this stuff. On him, I should say. People seem to really like him. They say he's kind of an athletic freak. The reason why he went D2 is because he didn't start in high school until his senior year, and when he graduated, he was only like 5'10", like 170. And since then, he's grown to like, I think he's like 6'1",
6'1",
like 220.
I don't think he's that. I don't think he's that big because he's also like returns punts and shit.
Yeah.
Like either way, if he's 210.
Yeah. So I mean, people seem to really like him. I don't know anything about him. So 217. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't look it up.
That's
maybe 210, 217.
217 is 220 to me.
What's it though?
So yeah, we nailed it. We did it again. So we're the best. This proves also that all those people that spend all that time analyzing drafts and saying, oh, this is who this team's going to go. Oh, this is who the Pats are going to draft. Oh, obviously we're in New England. We're in Massachusetts, so we're Patriots fans. All that time and effort spent analyzing who they're going to pick or whatever. Yeah, we literally stand in the backyard, rip pages out of a draft magazine, and throw knives at it.
So I saw someone actually broke down 14 mock drafts out there, like Kuiper to really some Joe Smo asshole.
Yeah.
And I guess people regard that a good mock draft hits like 33%. So it's like baseball rules. Like if you get 11 in the first round in the right spot, then you did pretty good.
Right.
I saw a guy in this draft that got 4 correct picks in the first round. 1, Joe Burrow. 2, Chase Young. And frankly, I don't remember who else because it's not important.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you putting out mock drafts where in the first round? Because everyone in the fucking world knew Joe Burrow, Chase Young.
Yeah.
Everyone in the world.
That's been known since December.
All
January.
14 mock drafts. I'm sorry, he only got 3 right.
Okay.
He only got 3 correct in the first round. 2 of them were the first 2 picks. So, if there's 32 picks in the draft, let's say the last 30, he got 1 out of 30 picks.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you doing mock drafts? And why the fuck do you suck so bad?
I don't know.
These other guys, I mean, fuck me, it's like, I'd say the average was between like, the average was probably like 8 or 9 picks correct. The best was, I think, 12.
Now, are you including top 2 in that? Or is that
So,
12?
yeah, so this is overall. This is overall.
Okay.
So this guy would have gotten 3.
Okay.
I think the best was like 12. Someone hit pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Average was probably about 8 or 9. How the fuck do you get 3? When the first 2 picks are pretty much telegraphed for you.
You hit one guy.
And, not for nothing, if you just went ahead... Also, I don't know if Benning Potato got drafted. He might not have. Can't see if he's on a team. Our guy Benning Potato. So, you do mock drafts. And I'm sitting here, and let's just pretend that I did a mock draft and I wasn't going to get too crazy with it. Kind of all year, what people have been sort of saying was Burrow, Young. Then it pretty much sounded like Okuda to the Lions. So number 4 would have been tough because I would have liked to have said Isaiah Simmons. But when the reports came out that Miami might trade the 3 to take a tackle, that shows you the Giants want a tackle.
Right.
So you plug in a tackle there. You put Tua at 5. You know the Chargers need a quarterback. Put Herbert there. Like, just use your fucking head. Like, right there, that's more than 3. And I'm just some Joe Smo asshole on this fucking podcast. I don't want to fucking do this. I put no thought into it. I just go around with what people think, what the rumors are. Tells me this asshole tries to be too fancy. He's probably the same guy that was predicting 3-way fucking trades. Because someone's mock draft had the Patriots and Ravens trading, and then Pats and Niners traded, and then traded again with the Chiefs or something. It's like, how the fuck do you predict 2 trades of 1 slot?
Yeah.
Are you out of your fucking mind? Why?
It's fucking stupid.
Why? If you're only going to be right a third of the time, just pretend there are no trades because you're not going to be right.
Right. Also, like, why? It's almost unheard of for a team, unless you're like playing Madden, like to trade up for a pick and then subsequently trade away that pick.
The only way it happens in the first round is when you've already traded the pick for weeks.
Yeah.
So like if San Francisco they had the Colts pick.
Yeah, that 13.
And if they traded that, that's a 3-way. This guy was predicting a 3.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
3 slots on the same night.
I know. Yeah.
Fuck.
That doesn't happen. It's almost impossible to happen because you have a 10-minute clock. So,
it doesn't happen.
And the clock just runs.
Does not happen.
So
that's what. It doesn't even need to get traded twice within the 10 minutes because it can happen earlier in the draft. Like the Chiefs trade up with the Patriots, and then the Patriots trade their or the Chiefs trade the whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to happen within the 10 minutes. It just doesn't happen in the first round.
No.
And why the fuck would you mock it?
Yeah, that's stupid.
Why would that be your mock pick?
That's stupid.
If I was going to do a mock draft, I would just go, who has the pick, and just assume that they're going to take it. What are you going to do? Start guessing that the Raiders are going to trade with the Colts? Like,
there actually were not a lot of trades in the first round.
No.
I think there was only 2, 3.
I forget what it was. I think it was more than that, but there were none in the top 10 for the first time in like 5 years.
Yeah. It was the longest. The first trade I don't think came until like the 15th pick.
I can't even remember who it was.
But yeah, I remember they said
it was Tampa. Tampa traded up 1 pick to 13.
Right. Okay. Yeah, they moved from 14 to 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot in the first round.
Nope.
Because the Pats traded out, Tampa traded.
Yeah, the first round kind of almost went to script.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Benny Potato did not get drafted. He's an undrafted free agent.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Waste of a name.
I know, right? Oh, he'll end up somewhere on some practice squad eventually.
Local guy got signed, Joey Gaziano.
I don't know who that is.
He went to Zavarian.
Okay.
He's from, I believe, Situate.
Local guy.
He's pretty good.
Pat signed some kid from BC.
Western. Yes, another local guy.
Yeah. From
Burt. Jake Burt.
He was from the North Shore. Linfield?
Linfield, went to the prep,
Yeah.
played at BC.
Yeah.
Gaziano played at Northwestern.
Yeah. The one thing that I thought was super surprising was KJ Hill went in the 7th round to the Chargers. He was the 220th pick. There's only 225, I think.
I don't know how many. I used to be able to tell you what number Mr. Irrelevant was, but I don't remember.
Well, it's inconsistent now every year
because of the picks.
The compensatory picks. Yeah, I don't
Many?
remember.
No, there's more than 225.
Then
There's
it's
like
255.
Yes.
It's something. It was a number that ended in. It was either 225 or 255.
Probably 255.
But you had KJ Hill, who
was he?
leads, set the record for Ohio State for most catches by anyone in school history.
Receiver?
Yeah, he's a wide receiver. Won in the 7th round. He was good.
Who took him?
The Chargers. He was really fucking good at Ohio State.
Not.
I don't know how that happens.
Well, that is a pretty good surprise. Honestly, I didn't know who the player was.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I also have a very poor attitude towards Ohio State because I hate that fucking program. So I do whatever I can not to watch them play.
Yeah. See, I actually like Ohio State. So.
Gross.
Yeah.
So yes, the biggest surprise is Jordan Love
Yeah.
to Green Bay.
Yeah.
Real weird.
That was a real pain in the ass, though, for us as Patriots fans, because the second that happened,
everyone's saying
everyone
trade
was
for
like,
Rodgers.
"Oh, trade for Aaron Rodgers. The Pats are going to trade for Aaron Rodgers."
It is
like, shut the fuck up.
It really is amazing
Shut the fuck up.
that Patriots fans don't understand addition.
No.
And I'm talking in mathematical terms. When you have $1 million in cap space, you can't add $30 million in cap space.
No.
You cannot trade for the guy.
It doesn't make any
And there's
sense.
nothing you can do to get that number down.
Yeah.
You would have had to trade Tooney.
Yep.
Because he was 14.
And then restructure Gilmore and Hightower.
And still maybe not had enough.
And cut Marcus Cannon.
And you probably still would have needed to restructure Rodgers too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I don't know if he would have been exactly a $30 million cap hit. I don't think so, because...
Yeah, probably not.
Guaranteed money and all that
Also,
crap.
when he did his contract, I don't think quarterbacks were getting $30 million.
Well, he just did another one recently.
Yeah.
He's making big money, but I think it was all front loaded.
Yeah.
But he's only like a year or two in on it.
Huh.
But either way, it's you know, you can't just get whoever you want, whenever you want.
Right. That's what I mean. It's not Madden.
No.
Like, this is real life.
But even Madden has a salary cap. Simple math.
Yeah.
Just addition. You have one. Don't even think about millions.
Right.
You have one. He requires 30. You need 29 more.
Right. Just for him, let alone the other 11 guys you just drafted.
Yes. So you would have needed about 31 and change more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sick. It's okay. Math doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're right.
I mean, I will say though.
I would have taken him if it was a fucking no salary cap year.
Oh
Are
yeah.
you kidding me?
Yeah,
But they're not going to get rid of him. They don't want to get rid of him.
No.
They're doing what they did in 05.
Yeah. Which also,
I just
I don't think Jordan Love is that good.
see. That's my thing.
I
Is
don't think
I
he's
don't
gonna be that good.
I don't like the player.
Yeah. I don't understand why everyone was so far up his ass all the time, like leading into the draft.
I don't know. I'm gonna be careful with my words. I don't know if I can trust the small school guys.
Yeah. I mean,
Now, maybe
who's the most successful small school guy?
well,
Like
so
Dak Prescott?
I'm thinking
right now?
Well, that was SEC. He played at Mississippi State.
No, who played? Oh no, sorry. See, I always mix him up with Colin Kaepernick because they're both.
Kaepernick played at Nevada.
He was in Nevada. I
Yeah.
thought Dak was at Nevada.
Wentz is FCS.
Yeah, he was South Dakota State.
Josh Allen. Like I'm thinking recently,
That's
but
wild.
I'm not gonna comment whether these guys are good or
But
not.
yeah, they're not good. I'm trying to think of like the latest.
Garoppolo.
Yeah, but he's
He sat for 4 years.
yeah.
So if Love is gonna sit for 4 years,
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, I know Garoppolo just went to the Super Bowl, but like I don't know if he's good. Is he a top 10 quarterback in the league, Jimmy Garoppolo?
If he's 11, is it okay?
Is he a top 12 quarterback in the league? I don't know. I really don't know.
I mean, I would have to literally list it out
Yeah.
just to like.
I need to see a list of all 32 starting quarterbacks.
Can I say probably yes? Like, as in like, if
Yeah.
he's top 12, he is 12.
Yeah.
And then there's also a would you rather. Like, would you rather have Jared Goff or Garoppolo?
Right. And then you get into the argument of like.
Would you rather have Matt Ryan or
scheme.
Garoppolo?
Too, because then it's like Dak Prescott, Garoppolo. They're both probably about the same. Like, they're probably like 11, 12, 13, you know, like right around there. But like, one of them is a mobile quarterback with a big arm, and the other one is a shorter, white West Coast quarterback.
Or Garoppolo in the
Not
Kansas
that the
City.
white, I don't
or
know why I said white, that doesn't really matter.
Garoppolo.
My prejudice is showing.
Yes, racist. Makes me sick. Garoppolo in the Kansas City offense is like a bottom tier quarterback.
Yeah.
Because it's vertical, it's a lot of throwing, it's like goofy plays.
Right.
That doesn't work.
Yeah.
You need a different guy for that.
No, Garoppolo is same with Tom Brady. They're both West Coast quarterbacks. They dink and dunk. You need short throws. You're not bombing the ball down the field.
Good thing he's got deep threats.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, regardless, like I never trust a small school guy.
No.
And the smaller school guys, well, it looks like he's gonna sit. I don't know for how long.
I'm trying to think of who the last really good Ben Roethlisberger.
Miami, Ohio.
Yeah.
I mean,
Phillip Rivers. I know they were in the same draft. NC State.
that's not a small. That's still Power
Russell.
5.
Yeah, I was gonna say Russell Wilson.
He played for
NC
2
State.
Power 5s.
Yeah. But NC State, they're not good.
No, but
I know they're in the ACC, but they're just so bad.
I'm telling, but like, dude, they are fucking not Utah State.
They would lose to Vanderbilt.
Utah State or NC State.
NC State.
Yeah, but
And Vanderbilt's terrible.
But Vanderbilt would probably give Utah State a game.
Yeah.
Purdue probably would too.
So then is it
Last year's Wake Forest team would.
Is it Roethlisberger then? Is he the last good, like really good small schools quarterback?
I mean, if I'm gonna kind of think on the fly without actual research or looking back, probably.
Yeah.
But I would also say there's probably someone in between that time that was good too.
Yeah.
Flacco, Delaware.
Yeah.
He started at Pitt, so depending on where you want your argument to go.
Right. Trying to think of other people that came. Like Wentz could be, but he's not. He can't stay healthy.
Right now he's fragile.
Yeah, he can't stay healthy. Minshew is from Wazoo.
Yep.
I'm just trying to roll through all the quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, I'm even trying to just think of the draft like over the past few years. I mean,
Yeah.
Romo's the same year as Roethlisberger.
Yeah, they all went in that year.
Same year.
That was a crazy quarterback draft.
The 04 draft itself was unbelievable.
Yeah. That's insane.
Some of those picks were so it went Eli, Gallery, Larry Fitz, Phil Rivers. I don't remember who was 5th. Will Fork, Sean Taylor, DJ Williams.
Yep.
Oh, Vernon Carey. He was a tackle. He wasn't very good, but he was in it.
Was Frank Gore in that draft?
Nope. He was 05. Sean Taylor, if I didn't already say him.
Yeah.
Chris Gamble? I think Chris Gamble was in that draft.
Mm-hmm. And Tony Romo.
Well,
was it Ben Watson?
I think he was undrafted though.
Oh, really?
But I think he was 04. Yeah, Roethlisberger was 04.
Yeah.
Was it Ben Watson 04?
Ben Watson was 04 with
Yep.
Will Fork.
Yeah.
That draft was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like,
That's wild.
it is probably the best draft in the history of football.
Yeah, top to bottom, I would say.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I know that 83 draft was the quarterback draft.
Yeah.
I don't know what the rest of the talent looked like.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this 04 draft was fucking incredible.
Yeah. Like, there might be some drafts where they were, like, more top-heavy. But, like, I think top to bottom, like all arounds, I would give it.
Yeah.
I'd say 04.
And it's funny because in 04, the second overall pick was a bust for Robert Gallery.
Yeah.
But he still might have started for a while.
Yeah.
But I just remember, and the only reason I know so much about that draft is I was collecting cards at the time, and 04 boxes were significantly more expensive
Oh, really?
than any other year.
Yeah.
It was
That makes sense.
ridiculous.
That makes sense, though.
Well, that's how, but like, even the thing with cards is like you wouldn't get marginally different prices. You had marginally different prices.
Yeah.
Like, something might be $30 the 04 year, $100. It's not because it's old.
Right.
It's because of the talent.
Right. Yeah, I mean, right off the top, you can think. I mean, I know all three of them are quarterbacks, but 3 Hall of Famers right there between Eli, Phillip Rivers, and Ben Roethlisberger.
All right, I have it. I'm gonna run through this really quick.
Okay.
So I had the top 4. Number 5 was Sean Taylor, Kellen Winslow, Roy Williams for the wide receiver, D'Angelo Hall, Reggie Oh, Reggie Williams. I remember that idiot. He wasn't very good.
No.
Dunter Robinson. He was okay. Jonathan Vilma, Lee Evans, Tommy Harris, Michael Clayton. One of the best rookie years ever with nothing to follow up on.
Yeah.
Sean Andrews was a guard. DJ Williams, Will Smith, the D-end.
Mm-hmm.
Vernon Carey, Kaneki Udeze. He didn't do anything. Will Fork, J.P. Lossman. Imagine being in that draft and you were fucking J.P. Lossman.
Wow.
That sucks. Marcus Tubbs, don't remember him. Steven Jackson.
Yeah.
Ahmad Carroll, he was a D-back. He was fine. Chris Perry, the running back. Cincinnati, not good. Jason Babin? Did he have all the fucking tribal tattoos on his arm?
Babin, yeah.
He was good. Chris Gamble. Michael Jenkins, the wide receiver for Atlanta. He flamed out. Kevin Jones, Rashawn Woods, Ben Watson. That's the first round.
Yeah.
That first round's fucking sick.
That's nuts. Carlos Dansby was the first pick in the second round.
Yeah, and it's not like the rest of the draft was bad.
Like there might be
Bob Sanders, Devery Henderson, Michael Boulware.
So let me just run it through the first round. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. Would you put D'Angelo Hall in the Hall of Fame?
No. Unless it's like the Hall of extended period of being very good.
Jonathan Vilma? I might put him in there. He's really high up in the career tackles list.
But did he win one?
Steven Jackson.
See, none of these guys strike me as Hall of Fame, but if they're letting every idiot in, it's a different conversation. Right.
So it's not. All right. So I asked a really bad question then. I said, "Would you put him in? Do you think he's going to get in?" Is the better question. I fucked up on that one.
I mean, I don't think Vilma has a chance because I think he was good.
Jared Allen went in the 4th round.
Yeah.
Michael Turner.
Steven Jackson was good, but like no titles, good stats.
Yeah.
He probably wasn't even the best player around his time. Like, that's the hard part.
Vontae Leach was in there. He was undrafted. Tommy Willie Parker, Wes Welker,
Darnell Dockett,
Malcolm Floyd,
Chris Cooley, Matt Schaub.
Wow. Yeah, I was just going through looking at all the guys that made the Pro Bowl from that draft. I mean,
Sean
like I said,
Phillips, Nathan Vasher.
There's a lot of potential Hall of Famers just in that class alone. So, who's not going to go in the Hall of Fame though? Or it actually might be in the Hall of Fame of biggest fucking pieces of shit in the world. Is Kim Jong Un? Did you hear that? Is he officially dead?
I don't know. I have no idea. Is he dead?
Does anybody know? I don't know.
It's not that I'm surprised by North Korea. Like, if you were to tell me, would you ever get any good info out of North Korea, I would just say no.
Yeah.
But like, Dickie, what was it yesterday? He has it's equal chances of being alive, dead, or something else.
Yeah, I said he's either a vegetable, alive, or not. I think.
And then there's like no other options. It's like, you know what? That might be the most accurate reporting that we have right now.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Everyone's saying that he's dead. I saw a really funny meme though, because all this obviously happened in the last week, and then early last week was when Trump said the thing about like Lysol, like injecting Lysol, or he alluded to like ingesting Lysol or whatever. So I saw a really funny meme, and it was Trump at the fucking desk in the Oval Office on the phone on the top part of the screen, and then the bottom part was Kim Jong Un on the phone in like this big empty room, and Trump's going, "Yeah, no, definitely. You want to inject the Lysol."
Which, so I know like he went on his rant about disinfectants and heating things up, and
yeah,
like it was all fucking incoherent bullshit. So it was left to everyone's interpretation. Right. I just love how Felger goes, all right, so the way to kill coronavirus is I'm supposed to take the disinfecting wand, shove that right up my ass, and start fucking drinking and injecting Lysol and bleach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. it's.
I mean, I'll shove one of those disinfecting wands right up my ass, but that'll be for my pleasure, not for health.
You know what I will say though is that if anyone out there is stupid enough to actually inject themselves with Lysol, they should just do it.
My question to anyone that's able to inject themselves with Lysol is, how do you know how to get Lysol into injectable form and actually pull it off? Because I don't know how you stayed out of special ed with that kind of fucking thought process.
Yeah. Well, you just have to break the can.
And syringe it and actually like hit a spot. I just don't trust. I don't trust
Yeah.
that part of it.
Yeah, no. Because
There's also Lysol in bottle, in liquid, in whole.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, fuck them. People are just fucking idiots. And then everyone was like, oh, I can't believe you said that. Like, really? Like this, you really can't believe you said that. Where have you been for the last 4 years?
He's just playing games with everyone.
Yeah, he fucks with everybody.
He's playing games with everyone.
Yeah.
And no one knows it.
I think that's the biggest thing. He is the world's biggest troll. Literally. Like, he trolls everybody all the time.
Yes.
And people are like, well, he said that. Oh, he must be an idiot. No, he's not an idiot.
He's fucking trolling you.
He's made
in
it
person
through,
trolling.
Yeah, he's made it through. How old is he? 79, something like that.
Enough, man.
He's made it through 79 years of like relatively successful business, and everyone likes to harp on like all of his failed businesses. That's cool. How many businesses did you start? How many businesses have you ran?
How many successful businesses have you had?
That's my favorite.
How many years were you successful and smart enough to not pay taxes?
Right. So that's my personal favorite. Obviously, like running a small business when I was younger, and albeit unsuccessfully because it failed.
You guys just didn't give enough time.
But like, I love that. I love that when I've said that before, especially with people at work, and I'm like, well, he's a great businessman. They're like, well, how great of a businessman is he? Look at all of his businesses that failed. And I turn around, I'm like, how many businesses have you had? How many businesses have you run on your own? Well, it doesn't matter. He's supposed to be but no. You don't get to sit there and point at someone else and be like, yeah, well, he had 12 businesses fail and they went bankrupt.
Yeah, and what's his net worth?
Yeah, and what about the 22 businesses that were successful?
Yep.
What about he's got a fucking Trump Tower on every fucking continent.
How about this? If you have 12 businesses that fail and one that loses, 12 that fail, one that's successful.
Yeah.
What if that one is Google?
Right.
What if that one is Amazon?
Exactly.
What if Jeff Bezos has a record of 1 in 19? He started 20 businesses and only one made it.
Right.
You're right. You know what? You're right. He's a failure.
Yeah, he's a failure.
He's a failure.
Oh man,
You don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's my favorite. My favorite fucking thing is when people go after it. Now, then that really gets people's panties in a bunch. Like, oh, why? You're a Trump supporter now? Like, I mean,
I'm a non-idiot supporter.
In this argument, yeah, sure. You call me a Trump supporter. Well, yeah, sure. Why not? Not that I really like the guy, but like, yeah, if you're gonna go after him and say that he's a bad businessman, I'm gonna call your bluff. Yeah, I'm gonna call your bluff. I'm gonna say he's fine. He's a fine businessman. He's actually probably better than fine.
Oh, you're a Trump supporter though? No. Nah, I don't actually vote, so.
People are just so quick to just get fucking pissed off about everything, and I love it. And then, but when I say stuff like that, well, yeah, in this case, I guess that does make me a Trump supporter. It usually ends with them either walking away or saying some sort of profanity, being like, well, you're a fucking idiot, or like, you don't fucking know anything. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
You're right.
You're right. I don't.
So, was there supposed to be an insult in that?
Yeah. Like, oh man, people are just fucking. I love fucking with. Maybe that's why I enjoy Trump as president, because I love watching him troll people, because I love trolling people. Like, as far as like presidents go, like what's the word? Like conduct. He's terrible. He's the 45th president, right? I'd be willing to bet he's probably number 40 out of 45. There have been some pretty bad.
Yeah, there have been some really shitty ones.
He's definitely in the bottom third.
And it's also hard to know how shitty some of them were,
right.
Because it's like, dude, they were doing records on fucking like
Yeah.
they're fucking big. They just got beyond
right.
rock and chisel.
Literally, they were still writing on like the inside
Quills.
the inside of like goat stomachs.
Like,
They didn't even have fucking paper yet.
well, they were like, there's probably still fucking drawings at the bottom of the fucking White House for like how it went.
But no, for sure, I can confidently say that, still being said, that he's been the bottom third for like conduct wise as being a president. But like, I don't give a fuck. He's entertaining and he gets the job done. Like, he does shit that needs to get done. Like, I don't think there's been one thing so far that's been like, oh, this is gonna tank the country. We're going in a bad direction. This is gonna ruin everything.
One thing, but it was completely out of his control.
Right. Coronavirus.
Yeah, he had nothing to do with that. Unless
Yeah,
he
nothing
paid the
to
guy
do with
from
that.
Harvard to go fucking create it. But he didn't. 'Cause it was China.
Right. I mean, the before all this, unemployment was at its lowest of all time. Like, the economy was at its highest of all time. I mean, I don't know.
That's his fault.
Connect the dots. Dude. Like, he's clearly been doing fine. Like, I don't know.
Whatever. People get fucking bent out of shape over politics. Just blows my mind.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, people think that it matters so much. that's the best part. They think it actually matters. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, so the best part. So I forget who I was talking to about this. Might have been Jones. I don't know. My brain is fucking mush at this point. Maybe Bill Jones. I don't know. I was having a conversation with somebody where I was like, my favorite part about politics is that people actually give a shit and think that. So they have it backwards. They think that like whoever like the president is and all that shit, they get like super fucking bent out of shape. But if you're like, who's the mayor of your town, or like, you know, the town administrator or something, like they're like, I don't know.
I couldn't tell you who the mayor of in the city or the towns that I live and work in. Couldn't tell you the one.
Yeah, no. Those are the ones that matter, though.
I couldn't tell you.
So, like, local small government is what directly affects your life every day. Whoever the president is in, like, the federal government doesn't directly affect you daily. Like that, but people really care about that, and they don't care about, like, who their local officials are. Like, who's the director of your school committee? Like, if I don't give a shit because I don't have kids.
Right.
But, like,
city council,
like, that's important. Like, those are the people that are going to make the decisions of
Or
where you live every day. Every fucking day when you come home from work because you're a fucking loser and you probably don't work for yourself because you've never run your own business. But I'm putting a point at Donald Trump for being a bad businessman. But, like, you come home every fucking day and plant your ass on your couch and you have no idea who's running your town or city or village, wherever the fuck you live.
Township.
Yeah, like, I don't know. We got a couple of listeners in West Virginia, and they probably live in villages. Fuck, we got villages in Massachusetts too. That's where Derek's from. Like,
Nikos was fucking floored by that.
yeah, then he's from a village.
He's from a village.
Yeah.
Just it's amazing, and that's the thing is, like, if you want to know, I guess you don't need to know anything about the town that you work in if you just work there and you work for somebody, but it's like,
Right.
I own my own business in a town. I couldn't even tell you anything about it.
Yeah.
I know the fucking building inspector. He's a fucking dickhead.
Yeah, but like it's those people that come up with things like the Easton tax.
Yeah.
Your local elected officials are the ones that decide things like the Easton tax, which, for those of you that don't live anywhere near Easton, Massachusetts, that is a tax that you have to pay if you go to any business in Easton.
No, I think it's restaurants.
Any restaurant in Easton.
It's
So when you get your bill, it says, you know, your typical, like, you know, subtotal, whatever, and it says state or meal tax, whatever the fuck it is.
Yep.
And then it's right below that line, it says Easton tax. You have to pay a tax to the town of Easton for eating at a restaurant
in Easton.
in said town. That, fuck you. You fuck right off.
Yep.
Yeah. Your local elected officials are the ones you can thank for that.
Yep.
Those are the ones. Donald Trump doesn't have any. He doesn't even know what Easton is.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But people are just so, they have everything ass backwards. Fucking idiots. I hate everybody. That's the one oh so we were hanging out yesterday, and one of Amy's friends goes, so like during all this, she was like kind of saying it like facetiously, but she goes like, oh, so like through all of this, like what's the one lesson you've learned from like this whole coronavirus thing? And I'm sitting there, and it's me and Amy and her friend and her cousin, and we're all just kind of hanging out, and like obviously Amy knows me really well at this point, and like her friend kind of knows me, her cousin has met me once before, and I'm sitting there, but like I just like blurted out without even thinking. She goes, oh, what's the one thing you've really learned or whatever? And I go, how much I still fucking hate everybody. And she was like, wow, really? Like, and I was like, yeah, I absolutely hate everybody and everything.
Yep.
And then after I said that, I was like, huh.
That was a little hot.
I probably should have thought before I opened my mouth.
Coming out a little hot there, big shooter.
But it's true. I do hate everybody.
But even like that, but it's like shit like that makes me fucking mad because it's like, oh, what have you learned?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay, so I've learned some shit, but fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fuck do I care?
Right. I think what she said was, what's your biggest takeaway from all of this or something? And that's why I said, like, I still...
My life's a fucking joke and, like,
Yeah.
we living in The Sims?
Literally.
Yeah. No, but the reason I get mad about that is nothing to do with what she said, but it's the fucking gurus out there and everyone on their fucking high horse.
Right.
Oh, if you don't learn a new skill during
Yeah.
this time, you're an imbecile.
Yeah.
Oh, if you don't learn a new language or write a book, you never lack time. You just lack discipline.
Yeah.
And everyone in return is like ripping these people to shreds.
Yeah, because it's so easy to write a book.
And learn a new language.
Yeah.
You know what? It's actually really easy to learn a new language. From your own fucking house that you're not supposed to be fucking leaving, with a fucking foreign language that nobody else in the house fucking speaks. God forbid that there is somebody else in the house, because fuck you, if you're single, fuck you. Like,
Right.
and you don't have roommates. Who the fuck are you speaking the language to?
Yeah, what's the point?
You listening on tape? Like, do you fucking look yourself in the mirror and start speaking? Yo, habla español? Like, fuck. How the fuck are you gonna learn a language?
I still stand by the idea that I had at the beginning when we were talking about this, where it's like we all learn different languages and have to communicate to each other in those. So like if I learn French and you learn Italian and Dickie learns German, and then, well, Jamie doesn't have time because he's still working. He's a real person. He has no. But like we can only speak in those languages and have to try and figure shit out.
So not only are you suggesting that we each learn a language, we also need to each be able to use context clues to figure out
I think
two other languages.
I think it would be fun. It'd be a great challenge. And it would give us something to do.
How do you say asshole in Italian? I was going to call you an asshole in Italian, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. Asshole. El assholio.
Strega? Is that slut? Strezza?
Strega is the name of a restaurant.
Oh, that can't be it then.
Yeah.
Strezza? I don't know.
I have no idea. Couldn't tell you.
Imagine if Strega meant whore. That'd be pretty funny.
But we all got onto this because we started talking about Kim Jong Un.
Oh yeah, we don't know if he's dead or alive.
Yeah. The other thing that I thought was really funny, while we're kind of on the topic of, I guess, politics. So my buddy Matt messaged me the other day and sent me this article from Forbes. So it's like a legit article.
Yep.
And he was pissed. He was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, this is bullshit. So the article was, there was a provision in the CARES Act, which is the coronavirus, whatever, the act that gave us our stimulus checks. There was something written in there that gave people that made over $1 million the ability to get a tax break, like a $1.2 million tax break. And I was like, and he was like, oh, they're going to get a stimulus check for $1.2 million. And I was like,
nope.
No, that's not how that works. And I was like, dude, you're the problem. Like, you read an article and you didn't understand what it actually meant. So now
you're pissed.
You're pissed and you're spouting off that millionaires are getting a $1.2 million check. And I was like, that's not what's happening.
Yeah.
What happens is next year when they do their taxes, they get to claim a $1.2 million tax credit. Now, if someone just makes $1 million or $2 million, they benefit a fuck ton from that. because that's almost all of, if not all, of their revenue, of their income.
Well, so if they make $1 million or $1 million in one, because they have to make, is it $1 million or more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they make $1 million.
Yeah.
And say they have, if they're making $1 million, they probably actually have some actual deductions. They have 100,000 in deductions. That's $900K.
Right.
A 1.2 million credit means they're getting a check for 300,000.
Yeah. But so I'm also not sure of the specifics. Like if
it can't be that easy.
If it's capped.
There's no way that someone's getting
no
a $300,000 refund.
No. That's not how. That's not
when they only make.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
so,
can't. You yeah.
So
you're not going to get that whole tax credit.
No. So what I explained to Matt was like the way it is like even if someone makes $5 million in a year and they get a 1.2 million tax credit, that still only brings them down to what 3.8.
3.8.
So it's like they're getting a tax credit that's roughly 20% of their income. And I was like, if I make, for argument's sake, $50,000 in a year, I may have $15,000, $16,000, $17,000 worth of deductions, which is
you get that much?
rough. I don't know. I'm just making numbers.
Okay.
Well, what would be? So call it $12,000. Let's say $12,000 in deductions. That's about 20% of my income.
Yeah.
So I was like, for the people that's where I said like the people that are really going to benefit from this are the ones that make 1 to 3 million.
Yeah.
Anyone that makes over 3 million doesn't fucking matter.
No, they're probably not paying them any money.
Like anyone that makes $20 million a year, they get a 1.2 million tax credit.
Cool.
Whoop-de fucking do.
Yeah, that's sick.
Sick.
They probably got one anyway.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like, but it's just funny to see people's reactions. Like they either read something and don't understand it, or they half read it and get mad, or my favorite thing to do is just read the headline of the article and then not read anything else.
Yep.
But like that started going around for a while and people were pissed about that, and I was like, you guys are all idiots. You don't know you don't understand what actually is going on.
But
and again,
also,
I also don't understand it because I don't know, and I'm being honest about it, because I don't know what would happen for someone that makes $1 million a year.
I'll let you know when I get there.
Yeah, and that 1.2 million tax credit, like, is it graded or is it scheduled? You know, like it only goes if you only get the 1.2 if you make more than 1.2. You know what I mean?
I'll also tell you that usually when it comes to stuff like this, there's some kind of provision in there where you don't get 1.2 if you only had 750 taxable income.
Right.
Also,
the federal government is not going to write some fucking jabroni a check.
Here's the other deal.
For $500,000.
Here's the other deal too, because I promise you it's not. Oh, you made 1.1. Here's 1.2. No, because the other thing is too. There's gonna be there's a reason it's 1.2. I promise you, it's not because they're being good guys. There's a someone did the math. Someone did the math and they figured out 1.2 is the number. Where for the bigger companies it doesn't fucking matter, and for the smaller guys they probably won't reach it.
Right. Yeah.
Because if you make $100 million in gross pay or even net income, that's not taxable income because you have to start notching off deductions. Right. And when you make $1 million in net pay, you have actual deductions. You make actual money.
Yeah.
Your taxable income needs to come down significantly.
Yes.
Which means in order for that 1.2 to be your taxable income, you probably need to make 3, 4, 5, something like that.
Right.
And even those people are better at it than
you know what it probably honestly is it, and I don't know this, I'm literally making this up, is it's probably along the lines of the standard deduction for normal people. The 12.
It's a standard deduction for rich people.
A $12,000.
Yeah.
But I bet you it's probably like it's a 1.2 or your itemized deductions, whichever is less. Like you probably get to go off of whichever is less. So like if you have whatever 1.4 or something, you know what I mean, like in deductions or whatever,
then you can't get that.
Right.
The only thing is with it, because it's not a deduction, it's a credit, but you must have to meet so much fucking criteria.
Yeah, they're not just going out handing out $1 million checks to people.
No,
this doesn't happen.
Oh, that's 100% not what they're doing.
Yeah, no. They don't give a fuck whether you're rich, poor, black, purple, green. the federal government does not hand out millions of dollars just, on a whim.
Because of a virus.
Yeah.
To people who are making fucking 20.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another million.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, awesome.
I guess I just need to donate this to charity now.
Yeah. So that was that. I just thought I'd include that a little bit right there. I think it must be time to wrap this up. Yeah. We got the final dance tonight. We got episodes 3 and 4.
Yep.
Which
Supposed
means
to
we'll
be
have
heavy Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman's coming up tonight. That's going to be a good one. Which means we'll probably have Nikos on in the next couple days for the recap of episodes 3 and 4.
Yeah, the stories will be incredible.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if they're gonna get into all the detail.
Yeah, I mean,
it's crazy, man.
Legally,
Disney owns.
Legally, I don't know if they can either.
Well, Disney owns ESPN, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Rodman put out a book. That's where I think most of this info comes from. Mm-hmm. I don't think the Disney company is gonna talk. I mean, I know he said fuck a bunch of times.
Right.
But they're gonna talk about him breaking his penis 3 times. Something tells me I don't know. I just don't know if Disney will do it.
Yeah, I doubt it.
But Disney seemed to just say fuck it last week.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is a Michael Jordan thing, and we're doing it.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be good though. I'm excited. I enjoyed it last week.
Yeah, I did too.
And
the Dennis Rodman stuff's gonna be nuts.
I'm more excited for the
Nikos has already been like sending out the stuff Dennis Rodman has done in his life.
He had a 3-way with a midget.
And a woman in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And it was a dwarf.
Yeah.
It was a dwarf.
A little person.
I don't think midget's PC, buddy.
Yeah, a little person.
Yeah. Fucking, the guy's broken his penis 3 times.
Yeah.
He had the fucking thing with Madonna.
Right, yeah, Madonna was going to pay him, $5 million to impregnate her?
I think she did.
That's awesome.
Okay, so the way that story goes, and I don't know if they're going to do it, either way this will be after.
Yeah.
He was playing, was he in Vegas? He might have been in, I don't know if he was in Atlantic City or Vegas. Atlantic City would make more sense.
Yeah.
He's on one of the tables in Atlantic City, gets the call from Madonna, who's ovulating.
Amazing.
She's going to pay you to come here. He goes, has sex with her, flies back on her jet. She sent a jet for him, flies back on her jet.
Nice.
They held his fucking seat at the table where he was gambling.
No fucking way.
Like, flew there, banged Madonna, flew
Holy
back,
shit.
and had his seat again.
They held his seat at the table. Holy fuck.
So I don't know where that's from. Nico sent me a screenshot, not like, his words. I'd barely be able to read it.
That is amazing. That is the ultimate fucking...
He was on, I don't know where he was on. Sorry. Yeah. And the way they worded it, Rodman jumped on a G5 plane that she sent, tended to Madonna's ovum, and flew back to the casino, which held his table for him.
Wow. That's wild.
Oh, and he was in Vegas. So he flew from Vegas to New York, took care of business, flew back to Vegas.
We're looking at,
What is that flight? 5 hours?
Yeah, I was going to say it's probably 4 and change.
Does a private jet go faster?
Ooh, that's a good point. It might.
Could they knock it down to 3.5?
Potentially, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about private
I don't know.
jets.
Let's just say it's 8 hours.
Weird. I've never experienced one.
So weird.
Yeah.
Let's say from the door of the Vegas casino to New York and back to the door is 8 hours.
Yeah.
Why would they hold this table for him?
Because he's Dennis Rodman.
But
yeah, I don't know.
Whatever. He must have had a shit. How much money do you think it takes to hold your fucking table for 8 hours?
God, I can only imagine. More than I'll ever make.
I also don't know if he was playing like a blackjack or something and just taking all the seats.
Oh yeah.
Now some people do that.
Right.
He's rich enough to do that.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. I am so excited for this.
Yeah. But we can get to final thoughts.
All right.
I got one. Do you know that the existence of this item that I'm about to utter exists? ? Cat backpacks.
Now, depending on English here, are you talking about a backpack used to carry a cat or a backpack that is in the shape of a cat.
The former.
Yeah, I knew those were.
Okay.
Because they have them for dogs.
I did not know.
So I assume you could probably use the same backpack for a small dog that you would use for a cat.
Yeah, these things were small though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we're talking small dog. But okay. What? What? They do?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Dogs walk. Cats don't go for a walk.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Well, if you have a small dog, so like for example, Amy's friend has a dog backpack, but she has a corgi who's got super tiny legs, and when we go like hiking in the woods,
okay.
the corgi can only do so much.
Gotcha.
And then she just gets tired. She'll literally just lay, like sprawl, and be like, "I'm done, bitch.
So
you're gonna carry my ass."
Does the dog backpack? Because I don't know if they're the same. Does it have like an astronaut bubble on it?
Not hers. No.
Does the head just stick out of the dog?
Yeah, it's almost like you like swaddle the dog in the bag,
And then just throw it on your
and
back.
then you just put it on your back. Yeah.
Wait, front or back?
I mean, I'm sure you could wear it either way.
What's the preferred method?
Probably on the back.
Okay. So these almost look like a submarine, or if you remember the old was it the Disney store or the Looney? What are the Looney Tunes?
Oh
Are they
yeah,
Disney?
Marvin the Martian.
Yeah, like his little spaceship.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
It's got like a bubble coming off, so if the cat wants to get up and look out,
Oh Jesus Christ.
it can.
Yeah.
It's completely contained with like windows and air vents and shit. But it looks like
Doesn't Taylor Swift have one of those?
I don't know, dude.
I think that might have been.
It looks like a square with these bubbles,
Yeah.
so that the cat can look and the cat can whatever.
Yeah.
So one thought: if you need a backpack for an animal,
Yeah. Why do you have the animal?
why do you have the animal?
Yeah.
Outside of the corgi situation, I'll allow that exception. You're going hiking and the dog just simply won't keep up.
Right.
Fair.
Right.
And you're doing it socially.
Right.
Your cat is in a fucking backpack and is not going to leave the backpack.
Yeah.
Because you can't let a cat out, it's gone.
Right.
2, why do you need to go for a walk with your fucking cat?
Just leave it at home. Cats hate you. Cats hate people.
They thrive at home when none of you fucking people are around.
Yeah. Your cat. Hey, newsflash. Your cat doesn't want to be with you.
No. And it definitely doesn't want to be stuffed in a fucking backpack to go for a walk.
Oh my god. Wow.
And I saw 2 people side by side doing this.
That's gross.
Why?
That's gross. Because people are idiots and I hate everybody.
Why?
This just solidifies me.
This does not. This is one invention that has literally no reason to exist.
Yeah.
No reason to exist.
That's dumb.
I can't think of one reason why this needs to happen or why it should be a good idea. And the only thing that I've heard was because Michaela pointed it out to me.
Yeah.
And I had so many questions, but I guess I think she knows someone that has a cat, and she said, "Hey, you should get your cat a backpack." Whatever, I don't know, whatever. She goes, "Oh, separation anxiety." I go, "Cats don't have separation anxiety.
No.
Like, they fucking hate people." She goes, "No, the human separation anxiety. They don't want to leave their cat behind." I'm like, "That's not a good reason. That's such bullshit." Cat backpacks. I witnessed them with my own 2 fucking eyes.
I knew it! So I need to preface what I'm about to say, because if I just outright said this, everyone would be like, holy shit, you're a fucking sexist pig. So I watched the Joe Rogan stand-up earlier with Amy, because she'd never seen his stand-up before. And we watched Strange Times, his one that came out in 2018, which, fucking phenomenal, by the way. I forgot how awesome it was. So he has this bit about cats and dogs and how cats suck and they want to kill you, and dogs are like stupid and fucking playful or whatever. But then in a different part, he talks about how women don't invent things. So it was 2018, and it was probably recorded in 2017-ish.
Yeah.
So he was like, part of the joke was like he was making fun of women saying like Hillary, like, oh, we wanted Hillary. It's about time for Hillary to, because we need a woman president and we need this. And Rogan turns around and goes, you make all of the people. That was like his line. He goes, women that are out there saying like they want a woman to be president, you already have the most important job in the world. You make all of the people. Every single human being that exists in this world came out of a woman's vagina. That's pretty fucking important. And he goes, and you want to be president? You fucking greedy bitches. But like he goes through all that and he goes, the one thing I will say, he goes, women don't really invent a whole lot of things. And then he goes on this whole rant and like does a bit about
Yeah,
it.
but what about the one woman who did?
So like my initial thought that I was gonna blurt out, which is why I had to tell this story to begin with, was I bet you a woman invented the cat backpack. So I did a quick Google search. Who invented the cat backpack? Her name is Taylor Son. She is indeed a female. A woman invented the cat backpack. Useless invention.
Useless. Not only is it useless, but I also think it's genuinely a bad idea.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you take a cat in a backpack on a walk?
Yeah.
That cat is gonna fucking hate their lives.
Yeah.
More than they hate you.
Yes.
Which is a lot.
The entire time the cat is in that backpack, it's plotting how to kill you.
Yeah, and probably gonna.
Yeah, probably.
You're gonna wake up, the cat just claws and you're like right over your fucking face. They know.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They always know.
I want to pull this my final thought. It's from the Wall Street Journal. I want to see if I can find it really quick. All right, cool. So my final thought is the title of this article from the Wall Street Journal is "A New Problem is Brewing in the Beer Industry. 1 million kegs are going stale." So the coronavirus pandemic stranded unused beer in stadiums, concert halls, restaurants, bars, etc. Now brewers and distributors are facing sizable losses and have to figure out what to do with it all. Now, my hope is that when this all fucking blows over, hopefully within the next month or two, because I think we're finally starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, I hope beer is so fucking cheap. So for any of our listeners that aren't from Massachusetts, this might fucking blow your mind, but Massachusetts is kind of a fucking gay state. We don't actually do happy hour.
No, we don't.
But Massachusetts is I guess one of the few states left in the country that just doesn't allow happy hours.
We have a lot of
every time I travel anywhere, I walk by a bar and they have signs out for happy hour and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot. Like that's a real thing literally everywhere else in the country except for New England.
Yep. Because
we're fucking from the Puritans and we're fucking losers.
Should have been the Quakers.
Yeah.
New York, right?
But I hope that when this is over, like Massachusetts is like, all right, cool, we're doing happy hours. We got to get rid of all this beer. We're doing like 3 beers for fucking $10.
It'd be great. See, now this is a great time for you. You'd only be able to do it in Boston, but like this would be phenomenal time for open container laws.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you still can't get in a car with an open beverage.
Right.
You still can't drive shit-faced.
Right.
But you can go up to a bar, order a beer, and leave.
Right. Right.
It'd be a great time for it.
Yeah. I think like countrywide. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Because the only places that I know of that you can do that are Vegas, Savannah, and New Orleans.
Does Vegas even have it? They might not have open container where you can just take a drink and walk the strip. I don't know.
I just assumed Vegas had no rules because prostitution is legal. So I was like, if you're really gonna let prostitution be legal, but you're not gonna let me walk down the street carrying.
It might have been one of those things like, hey, we'll give you like all the gambling licenses, but people gotta drink inside. Like you can't have this much gambling, this much prostitution, and open container. Like you don't get everything.
All right, that's fair.
But New Orleans has it. Savannah has it. I think Memphis has it.
Great city.
And I've also heard somewhere in North Carolina, I feel
Does somewhere in Texas have it? I'm not sure.
Now there's
I don't know
also
if, like Austin.
so I don't think they do.
No.
So there also could be some other places that have it, but they're not like awesome cities, or they're not places like you would go.
Yeah.
Like, isn't there some place in Alabama or Mississippi that everyone fucking loves?
Potentially,
I
yeah.
can't think of it.
Yeah. But yeah, so my solution to the problem is everyone needs to start buying kegs, and or beer needs to be fucking cheaper, like way fucking cheaper. Like, I'm not going to Boston and spending $10 for a fucking Bud Light. Get fucked. Like, give me a $3 beer that's not PBR.
But you see, I think a problem is going to be that they're going to be trying to recover money. So if anything, they're going to come back to their old pricing.
Well, we need to reinstitute bartering. I'm gonna go up to a bar in Boston and be like, hey, I want a beer. And be like, all right, it's gonna be $10. I'm like,
Can't do it.
how's 4? Like, what do you mean? They're like, well, I happen to know. I'm gonna pick an obscure beer that, cause like Bud Light is gonna rip through. I'm gonna pick an obscure beer that people don't really ever drink and be like, well, I happen to know. If you don't get rid of this keg, your beer is gonna go stale. I will drink a lot of this. I am prepared to drink a lot of this beer. $4.
I'm gonna need $5 a pop.
Yeah.
So I got 7 places that you can legally drink on the straight. Vegas is one.
Yeah.
So Vegas, New Orleans, Memphis, Savannah.
Mhm.
Then there's Hood River, Oregon.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. No idea.
Sonoma, California. Is that
That's
wine
That's
country?
wine country,
Okay.
so that makes sense.
Fredericksburg, Texas.
Okay. I thought there was a place in Texas.
I don't know. I don't know anything about. What's Memphis? Is that just like
It's gross.
just like a real blue collar place?
It's imagine Worcester but bigger and southern.
Really?
Yeah.
Yuck.
Yeah, it's not very
Have you ever been?
good. No, but I've heard.
Okay. I've heard people who have gone and didn't like it either.
Yeah.
So I've been to Savannah, I've been to New Orleans. That's great. Haven't been to Vegas, but I mean, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know about Hood River, Sonoma, or Fredericksburg.
Yeah.
I also don't know if that's the only 7 or just 7 that someone picked.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But so we gotta start fucking drinking. We gotta start drinking, buddies.
I'll start buying kegs. Keg pricing, $25 each. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm down. Fuck it. I mean,
It's
that's,
like
that's one of those things where like you can theoretically hold them over a barrel or a keg.
Yeah. Hey,
And be like, hey, this is gonna go bad, so just give it to me for what I want to pay, and then you don't have to deal with it.
yeah, even the whole keg, it's like, I mean, I'll give you $30 for it. I'll bring it back, like, I will.
Yeah, yeah.
But, like, what are you going to do with it?
Right.
It's like the fucking clearance shit at Stop and Shop.
Yeah, yeah.
Take it today.
Oh yeah, the manager special.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's gonna do it for us. We gotta go watch The Last Dance. So, thank you for watching. Wow, I just spaced out hard on that one. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. Keep spreading the word. Keep telling everybody you know about the show, and subscribe wherever you're listening to. We're on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. Twitter is Sarcasm_Speaks. Facebook is Sarcasm Speaks. And until next time, good night, everybody.